Hi everybody, and welcome back to Jay Hunto's Garage. Today we're going to be changing oil on my truck, 2014 Chevy Silverado, and also we're going to change the spark plugs. It's got just over 100,000 miles on it, and even iridium spark plugs I think are only 100,000, or platinum, I don't know. So I'm going to see if I can't mess this up, so I got to drive to work tomorrow.
Look out!
Okay, so because this is Jay Hunto's garage and not Jay Leno's garage, I'm going to do this myself. And I don't have a full-time team of mechanics, so we're going to knock this out. Yep, we're going to take this off. We're going to take off the spark arrestor wires, noise suppression, some things, resistor core, super deluxe, and pop off these little heat shields, and hopefully they all stay intact. Otherwise I have to go get new wires, which I don't want to do, and we'll see if we can't get these to come out first time. So I'm just using some basic tools, ratchet, extension, and socket. Use the right one for your application, whatever it is, Model T, Lexus, whatever. And these are spark plugs, iridium. I should not have to change these ever again, hopefully. At least that's what they tell me. And I just asked the guy at the local parts store which ones, and I'm going with that. Here you're supposed to check the gap, but it'll be fine. Okay, so changing the first spark plug. Look at this guy. This in no way came off that easy. That took a little bit, but it's got some grease in there, which is good. And there we go. Spring loaded heat shield, spark plug wire arrestor, I don't know. But I did get some dielectric spark plug grease. Avoid stuck boots, locks out moisture. That should work. Now removing the spark plug. Should be nice and easy. There we go. Oh, she's on there a little bit. Not too bad. Boy, she's longer than, wow, longer than long. That spark plug looks great. I mean, that looks great. That looks like I could just put it back in and forget this mess. Normally I'd do that, but spark plugs are so cheap, and I've got all 6 of them. So I'll go ahead and swap these out. These say 41-114, 41-114. That ought to do it. You know, this has got that rubber grommet in there, and that thing is always too grabby, like somebody walking around a convenience store with sticky fingers. It's alright, we'll go ahead and put it in. I'm going to go ahead and run some of this spark plug thread lubricant on here, because you have here steel going into aluminum is not a good thing. And this should help the next person take it out, because it's probably not going to be me. There's a proper torque spec for everything, including buttoning your pants, but I haven't ever seen any problem with just getting these things in there nice and tight. Don't overdo it. It's like your credit card. Don't overdo it. Just spend up to the max. There you go. That'll be fine. Oh, there we are. Oh, it came out that time. That'll work. All right, that's pretty much spark plug changing 101. I love these vehicles, these new ones now that are not just buried in crap. You can actually see the exhaust manifolds. You can actually see the engine. Eventually you take off a cover of some sort. And let's go ahead and get some of this on here. And I remember back in the 80s, everything, you know, the emission stuff was just coming on, and there was nothing but vacuum lines. Tons and tons of vacuum lines. Miles of it. Had a couple of mid-80s Honda Preludes, and that is all the only thing that ever really went wrong with those things, and trying to figure that out was a nightmare. Okay, so we'll just put this back on just like it came off. Make sure she snaps in place, because it doesn't. You just gotta kind of go by feel and hope for the best, and Bob's your uncle. For those of you that are worried about that, there, she's covered. Okay, I'm gonna do the next 5 and get back to you if it's not dark yet. Now I'm gonna spare you the agony of watching me change oil, because I just did that not too long ago, and I'll link that video down in the description. If anything goes really screwy during the oil change, I'll make sure I show you guys, but it's an oil change. So I decided to bring you guys along underneath here, so that in case something weird does happen or go wrong, you'll be the first to see it. And maybe I'll have one of them, what do they call them, viral videos. So anyway, normally I come under here with an assortment of 13s, 14s, and 15 millimeter wrenches, but I'll be dang, I don't remember what the last time I did this, because I've slept since then. And it seems this oversized plug, which actually has an OS on it, which I just realized, that's 3/4, so pretty sure everything on this truck is metric, but this, that'll be fine. That's okay. So I got my drain pan underneath. Plugs are open this time, so I don't have another Exxon Valdez spill. You'll do that once. There we go. She's a dripper, and she's a bleeder. This oil doesn't look, well, it looks nasty dark, but it's got, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 miles on it, something like that. It's time. If you want to keep your vehicle changing oil frequently, with cheap insurance, who wants to buy a new one when vehicles are $30,000, $40,000, $50,000? for a cheap one. Make sure you bring one of your wife's dish towels out. That's a good way to stay married. Just make sure you wash it before you give it back. That'll be okay. It's Mother's Day. You should go change the oil on your mother's car, provided you know how to do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't attempt it. If you like your mother. If you don't like her, maybe you just change half of it. No, I didn't say that. Oil's drained. Looks like this is that's pretty much done. That's enough. That's enough. Alright, we're back in. Give this a good tightening down. Make sure you tighten yours with make sure your little O-ring or copper washer is there. Some might have a gasket, otherwise you get the worst leak from this. Ask me how I know. And just give it the old Scotty Kilmer, and she'll be fine. You just want it to hold the oil in, not to leak. Everything else is okay. Make sure that you wipe off your sway bar when you're doing this, because that'll save you some 0.00600 fuel mileage without that unnecessary drag and weight on that. Here we go, going up top side to add the oil. Here we go. No, we're not going up top side. We're going to change this filter. Alright, the filter on this thing is in the weirdest location ever. So there's the filter. It's in a weird little, I mean, they cut away the oil pan to put that there. That's kind of funny. We'll get that out of there if I can find my rag. There we go. Now, this is the first one I've put on. The last one was incredibly difficult to get off. Oh yeah, that's the way it should go. Right there. Just like that. That thing was only hand tight, and it did not leak. So follow your instructions. Quarter turn after you contact the bases is typical. Check your specific application. Why is this slipperier than a greased pig? He didn't stick the landing on that one. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting to wear gloves. That's alright. Oil's definitely got viscosity and oh yeah, doesn't taste bad at all. Don't try that at home. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off the base a little bit. Can't have any lubrication at all where the filter meets. That would be horrible, right? Alright, new filter. A little bit of drippy oil on the oil seal. Helps the medicine go down. And this goes right back up. It's always a little balancing act to get that thing to start, but she goes. There we go. She has. Houston, we have contact on the base. Get my very last use rag up there. And the old Scotty Kilmer calibrated elbow. That'll work. Okay, wipe off residuals, and now we're ready to add oil. I see lots of car shows with people that are doing this on a lift. Yeah, it's better on a lift. This doesn't suck at all. Well, since I decided to take you underneath, I'll bring you up here too, and so you can see me putting the oil in, so I don't get any comments about you didn't put the oil in. Let me get a funnel. Okay, so I found my funnel. It wasn't in the old place I always keep it. It is in the new place that I always keep it. You can hang on to these things for years if you take care of them. Talk to them nice. Once in a while, they'll do you fine. Looks like spark plugs are going to be easy. They're literally right there. I have to climb in here to do it, but looks like they're fairly accessible, and it looks like they've never been changed. So this thing takes 6 quarts of oil. This time I'm going with full synthetic instead of some kind of synthetic blend. I think that's supposed to help with something. Doesn't help my wallet, that's for sure. But oil's so cheap right now, they're almost giving it away. Okay, so you guys see it going in, right? Well, just assume all of it went in, so I don't have to edit all that. See you in a minute. Wait, did I get the oil drain? Yeah, I got it. Oil filter? Yeah, it's on. Okay, see ya. Okay, that's the end of quart number 6. Good for another 100,000 feet. Take 2. Okay, so all the spark plugs are changed. It was super easy. The only ones I really had a problem with was the middle ones and the 2 back ones. Everything else, piece of cake. You can do this at home. If you do, just try to make sure nobody's around. Might be some throwing of tools and some swearing. Make sure that you give yourself, like, start on a Saturday morning so you can finish up before you got to go to work on Monday. Otherwise, piece of cake. And basic hand tools. Let's go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Check out the links and the other playlists. I got all kinds of playlists. I do all kinds of things here. So go ahead and check it out and hit the subscribe button. Thanks. Have a great day.